Hey guys, it's Bedlam. So the update dropped today. Early on stream, I managed to push up to Mythic 2. Dropped a little bit since then, but Mythic 2 at the time was basically like top 200 in the US. It's now top 300 because all these people keep grinding. Some people are even at Legendary right now, which is kind of crazy. Anyways, people have been asking me with this update, Bedlam, which hyperchargers are the best of the 6 new ones that came out? I bought all of them except Mandy's. But I have all of them favorited because I've been banning Mandy a lot because she is very, very good now with that hypercharge. Trust me, it cooks. All the hypercharges are really good, and people have been struggling like, hey, which one do I buy? Which one is the best one? What do you think? And to me, that answer is actually really obvious, but it's not the one that most people go to because most people, okay, there's like kind of two levels to this. There's the beginner level where you think, oh, for Hank's hypercharge is the most broken one because all those TikTok clips where Hank just wipes people over and over again. But the reality is that most of the time with Hank, on the maps where he's good on, right? He's good on maps with lots of walls, which means you're not going to be able to use that hypercharge to get any hits off because the homing, the fishiles just dig right into a wall and then you get no supercharge back, right? It's completely useless most of the time. It's only good in overtime and 5v5 open maps, but even then it's super situational, and when the map is opened up, Hank does worse without the hypercharge, so not really as good as a lot of people have been saying. Then the next level is, I think, the intermediate level, which is to say that the Mr. P hypercharge is obviously the strongest one, and this one I'm a little bit more sympathetic to because the Mr. P hypercharge is genuinely insanely good. Like, it is basically, if you have it down, it's a free win button if you can protect it. It is super fucking bullshit. I think the worst part about these porters is that they are so fast. They don't do the most damage, but they're fast enough to basically make it so you can't run away with them, and if two of them are on you at the same time, it is going to start doing a lot of damage, and you have to address it somehow, which means chances are you're going to be low HP, you're going to be spamming out your ammo against these porters that are just constantly chasing you down. You can't run away from them, and then that's going to keep you at low HP because you can't heal while you're attacking the porters. But then when you kill a porter, when it respawns, it'll zip right back onto your lane again, and it's just impossible to deal with. This hypercharge is extremely fucked if you get it down, but that of course all depends on whether or not you can actually get it down. That's a big if you can get it down, because the thing is, this Mr. P hypercharge takes 3 supers to get. And that's a lot of supers for a hypercharge to get. It doesn't, like, so for some brawlers, they kind of wear it well, like Melody, right? Even though hers takes 3 supers as well, she's able to get it pretty quickly just because of how fast her super generally cycles. Mr. P doesn't really cycle his supers like that, especially if he doesn't have this hypercharge to begin with. So a lot of the times what I've found is that in the games that I play with the Mr. P hypercharge, you know, I mean, especially with the current map to ranked pool, because if you guys don't know, they removed Heist and Bounty from the rotation, a little controversial, and they replaced it with Brawl Hockey, which is extra controversial. But the thing is, right, with a game mode like Bounty off the table, what game modes are you really going to be playing Mr. P in? Like Knockout, where you only get 3 rounds and the games are super fast, you're not going to get Mr. P hypercharge until the game is already over. And at that point, it's not even going to have an impact on your game. Where else are you going to use him? Like maybe gem grab. By the time you get the hypercharge, the gem count is already going to be at like 8 or 9 gems on the field for one team or the other. And maybe if the game is close, then yeah, you're going to get a lot of value out of that Mr. P hypercharge if you can protect it. But chances are most of the time you're not really going to have this hypercharge available to help you out that much. And don't forget, Mr. P didn't get any buffs this update, so a Mr. P without his hypercharge is literally just a Mr. P. It's just like an unbuffed Mr. P, and Mr. P has kind of assed in the past metas. So the way I kind of think about it is that this hypercharge basically makes Mr. P kind of like Surge or Clancy. For most of the game, you're going to be just playing a pretty mediocre brawler in Mr. P, but then once you get the hypercharge, right, once you get 3 supers out, once you get that hypercharge, then you get to play a really, really strong brawler that is probably going to auto-win in most situations. But that's if you can get 3 supers, right? If you can't get 3 supers, then you're basically playing a level 1 Clancy or Surge. Except it's Mr. P, which obviously isn't level 1 Clancy or Surge, but you get what I'm saying, right? In terms of strength level, Mr. P with the hypercharge kind of becomes more of a late game character, but isn't really that great in a lot of the maps that are currently in rotation. If Bounty was still in the rotation, this would be a very different story. But on game modes like Hot Zone, where tanks and aggro brawlers are already so good, in modes like Knockout or Gem Grab, you know, where by the time you get the porter out, you might have already won or lost the game, I just feel like the hypercharge doesn't charge fast enough for you to really see the most value out of it. And that's why, in my opinion, the very best hypercharge is probably Carl's. Now, a lot of people have been shit-talking the Carl hypercharge, saying, oh, it does nothing, it's useless, most useless hypercharge in the game, blah, 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 in competition for the worst of all time award. But before they released the hypercharge, Supercell did actually buff it from the sneak peeks. You might have seen, right, before Carl hypercharge was this just shitty rock thing that dealt only 400 DPS, absolutely terrible. Most people aren't going to get hit by it anyways. But now they reworked it. So it'll do the same thing as the rocks gadget that sets brawlers on fire, where if they step on any of these purple rocks, the enemy gets set on fire, dealing 888 damage per tick. And if you just saw that boss robot, right? Did you see how many times that boss robot just got ticked by my fire? Watch this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! 7 ticks of fire damage. Now, I think he might have been standing in the fire. I'm not totally sure. Let me actually take this into a friendly game just to test. Alright guys, I'm in a game with myself right now, and I'm going to try to light myself on fire with the Carl hypercharge and then walk out of the path of it. Alright, let's see here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4... Looks like it's 4 ticks of fire damage, each dealing 888 damage each. So I think against the boss robot, what was happening is it was just lighting itself on fire again after the initial hypercharge fire, but that's fine. Either way, 888 damage is a lot of damage for 4 seconds, because that's over 3,500 damage just from the fire alone. Not to mention that the hypercharge itself also boosts your damage by 20% on the super itself, and the fire damage from the gadget actually stacks with the hypercharge fire. And the fire gadget itself, if you guys don't know, deals a shit ton of damage too, right? It's the same thing as the hypercharge. It ticks for 4 seconds if an enemy steps on the fire. It deals 740 damage each. A little less than the hypercharge, but that's the damage boost difference. And 740 damage for 4 seconds is also just straight up like 2,900 damage. And so then if you add these numbers together, right? Fire damage from the Carl gadget and the hypercharge fire too, those things stack, and that basically is going to be enough to just take out a Frank from full HP just like that. It is actually... Right, the damage from this hypercharge is insane, and you don't even need to be sitting in the enemy for most of the super damage to actually kill them. You just have to light them on fire with the fire gadget and the hypercharge. This hypercharge is genuinely absurd, and on top of the fact that you'll just kill anyone who gets in the way of your path, you can hit multiple people with the hypercharge too, which basically makes this kind of like the next Mortis hypercharge in a way. It's really free team wipes if you can get in the right position around an enemy team, but on top of that, the hypercharge only charges in 2 supers, okay? 2 Carl supers, and if you guys don't know, Carl charges a super pretty damn fast. If I use up my full hypercharge super here with the hypercharge and wait for it to go out, here it'll take me 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits to fully charge my Carl super, and then the hypercharge meter is charged halfway, so then another 3 shots here, that's a hypercharge. It really doesn't take a lot at all, and if you even just graze people a little bit, right? Look at all that damage just from a single hypercharge. The boss robot just got chunked for his HP, and I didn't even light him with the fire. Like, the damage boost from the hypercharge alone, it gives you 20% bonus damage on your super, and it also gives you a 20% speed boost, which is nice, but not that noticeable, to be honest, with the super from what I've noticed. The 10% shield also is a little misleading because if you're using this protective pirouette star power, the shield effects don't actually stack, so you're only going to feel the 35% damage reduction, and you're not going to get any of the 10% shield. But just to prove that the effects don't stack, here you can see I'm taking 500 damage from the spot. If I hypercharge, it goes to 450. If I super, it goes to 325 while hypercharged. But just the super alone with no hypercharge is going to bring me down to 325 anyway. So that shield is literally just the 35% from the star power, not the hypercharge itself. So they don't stack, I guess, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on what your perspective is on how strong this brawler is. But yeah, I think just to showcase just how insane this hypercharger is, I'm going to take this into a couple games of ranked, kind of high up in the leaderboard. Hopefully we don't have to sweat too hard for these games, and hopefully we can get some nice chill Carl games and don't have to play brawl hockey. And I'm going to show you guys just how insane this hypercharge actually is. Carl itself too has low-key already been kind of underrated in the previous metas. On my account that basically only has Carl, I remember playing in basically every single map and mode, every situation, just because he's so damn versatile. For brawler bans, I'm going to go ahead and ban the Mandy. Now, like I said before in this video, Mr. P is definitely scary, but I'm not that afraid of facing a Mr. P personally, just because as Carl, you're going to be able to counter Mr. P, but not only that, Mr. P isn't going to get his hypercharge all that often, chances are. Now, the reason why I say Carl can counter Mr. P is just because Carl, you kind of can play him as an assassin. He's really, really versatile. If you use this flying hook gadget, you're going to be able to play him as an assassin. I prefer the heat ejector one personally, because you already saw how much damage that shit does. It's insane. And it looks like the enemy team is picking Lily, which is kind of ass. As far as I can tell, that's ass. Okay, then they just immediately dodge. Why did they dodge? What the fuck? Oh my god. Guys, Lily is kind of fallen off. Ever since she got the gadget changes, like, she just isn't able to spam them out. And without that Vanish gadget, she is pretty much ass. Very useless brawler. From what I've seen, she just doesn't do that good. Now, what I'm hoping is that most people are afraid of the Mr. P and, like, you know, decide to play around Mr. P and don't really know too much about the Carl hypercharge, because in my opinion this is obviously the strongest one, just like no questions about it. Even taking into account like even ignoring the hypercharge rate for both brawlers, I really do think Karl's hypercharge is on par with Mr. P's hypercharge. Like, it's a Mortis hypercharge, basically. On a brawler like Karl, who is way more versatile than Mortis is, he gets his super so damn often. Looks like enemy team is already going a thrower, which is going to be really good for you to use this flying hook gadget for. We'll see, though. Even against throwers, sometimes I go heat ejector. I'm just really built like that, you know what I mean? I think it really is just that damn strong. Like, the fire gadget, if you guys don't, like, it does, what did I say before, like 2,900 damage, right, for 4 ticks of fire damage. And then if you hit 2 ticks from your basic attack, now I'm the Karl main, but I think that does like, it'll do like 2,000 to 3,000 damage already. And so then if you combine the fire damage with the main attack, you're dealing like 5,000 to 6,000 damage. The damage really racks up on Karl if you use this fire gadget. And now that you have infinite gadgets because of the rework, right, you don't even have to worry about saving these. Some people were asking, is the gadget gear any good? I kind of haven't really played it too much, so I can't say for sure. But as from what I can tell, it's kind of ass. And the reason why I say it's ass is just because, well, there's a couple of reasons. So one is like a relative thing. Before the rework, the gadget gear used to give you an extra gadget charge, which is, you know, it's going from 3 to 4. That's a 33% increase to the gadget's quote-unquote effectiveness or, you know, uses, I guess you could say. But now with the gadget gear, what this does now is it basically just reduces cooldown by 15%, which is significantly less than 33%. And just so in terms of overall, you know, strength, I would say it's definitely a lot weaker. But not only that, I think I'm not gonna go the flying hook just because I'm hoping the Brock can break the wall in the Grom, and that'll be fine. But yeah, not only that, but also most of the time with the way this gadget rework kind of worked out is the gadget gear itself is going to take off like maybe 1 to 3 seconds off your gadget cooldown depending on the duration. And a lot of the time, like 1 to 3 seconds, you're not really going to feel that difference that badly. Like, it's really just a difference of just like not using your gadget for a few seconds, which I think most people are already used to doing. Let's see, what's our best lane here? There, if I used my fire gadget, I probably would have killed that Grom. Like, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of this is just, you know, you do have to use your gadget a little bit more proactively here. Let me see if we're kind of just getting pushed back right now. Not too great. Damn, another opportunity wasted to use that gadget. But it looks like our Gus is able to pick up the pinch, so it doesn't even matter. And there's my pitiful fire gadget, right? Just blown right into a wall. Not even a sock or a tissue, just on the wall. But, you know, I don't give a fuck. Looks like the enemy team actually, they might even be a full stack. They have all true gold skins, and they have this weird symbol on their names. As far as I know, looks like they're actually trying to win this. What the hell? Let's try not to get pinched out right now by a thing. We're able to get the trade at least. And yeah, just coming closer and closer to cycling my super and then getting my hypercharge. It only takes 2 supers with Karl to get it, so I'm basically, I think 3/4 of the way there, basically, with the amount of super that my super itself recharged. Looks like we get this kill, and then getting into the next round. And that's what I like more about Karl's hypercharge too, is you get it way faster than any other hypercharge. Besides Mandy's, I think. Mandy's is also insanely fucking stupid. I hate, you know, people are saying that Mandy hypercharge is like whatever, oh, it's the mutation, it's not that good. Bro, that shit is insane. If you have played against any good Mandy, it's fucking insufferable. I hate that shit. Also, they have a Grom on the enemy team, and Grom is getting a really insane looking hypercharge too next update, so I think that's coming out in like a week, so stay tuned for that when I make a video on that, because the same hypercharge is in that same batch. Hope that super doesn't hit anyone. Alright, looks like we're still good. So the enemy team is playing a lot more safe now. They really want to win this elo. I think they're 3 stacks, so they lose more elo if they lose. I'm just a YouTuber making a video. I have no I have no shame, nothing to lose if I lose this game besides just elo, which I'll get back later. Let's try to... Looks nice. Okay, lag happened there, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I think it looks like we managed to pinch out the Byron, even through his super, to take him out. I have my hypercharge here, so you're gonna have to play really scared, and I'm just waiting for my fire gadget to recharge, basically. Brock has his super. This is basically a 1 round. As far as I'm concerned, this round is already won. Like, look, and the RT is walking into my fire, bro. It's just cooked. Guys, the hypercharge on Karl is a free win button. It's just a free team wipe every single time. It is so scary to face. I faced against Karl hypercharge like once or twice in my rank push. I think just once. I literally could not do anything. It is humiliating, okay? The Karl hypercharge is gross. And you can play him in basically every single game mode except Brawl Hockey at this point. Like Knockout, Gem Grab, Brawl Ball. Like, he's just good everywhere. There's not much you can say about Karl that is like bad. Like, he's countered by like Surge and like certain knockback brawlers, but even then, with the fire gadget, I really think you can just trade out those lives a lot of the times. Like, even though it's like quote unquote a counter, I really think you can definitely trade out even at the very least by getting a kill, like a trade. And since the fire gadgets now are unlimited, right, there's no worry about like running out of resources too soon or anything in your 1v1s. You just spam the shit out when you have it. Speaking of which, I am not spamming it out as I have it. And I kind of waste it there, but whatever. It's an aura play, zoning gadget right there. I get it on a 15-second cooldown anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. See if I can try to get on maybe this Grom lane, because it looks like our Brock is kind of struggling. And I'm afraid of the RT. He does outrange me, and he does kind of tap me. Looks like alright, we missed our gadget. That, honestly, if I hit that on the RT, he would have died. Listen, guys, do as I say, not as I do, okay? This is more of just a showcase of what is possible. I should have just... I missed all my shots, too. Listen, again, I'm not a Carl main. I don't claim to be a Carl main. I'm not like the GOAT on Carl or whatever. I just play the strong brawlers and try to play at a reasonable level. Enough to, like, make best use of them. And getting tapped a lot. I don't know why Gus used his shield there. That was pretty useless in my opinion, but whatever. Oh, fuck. If I fire gadget there, that was a perfect opportunity. Nice. We actually get the Grom, though. So he's dead, 100%. Like, there's just no surviving that. And I get out alive, so now it's a 3v2. We're looking in a pretty good spot. Coming up on my super and my half of my hypercharge. As long as my teammates don't troll this, like, we should be able to just win this very comfortably by playing very safe. I don't really know the caliber of the people in Mythic 2, to be honest. From what I saw, it was kind of hit or miss. You're either really good or really bad. Looks like our Gus is kind of in trouble. He's really out of position. I think I'm gonna have to use my gadget to save his life here. That's really annoying. Whatever though. Yeah. I think we tickled the RT there. He is lit on fire, so he's gonna take like 3,000 damage. What? Okay, dude. Like, are you actually for real right now? That is really not what we needed. And also getting tapped by this RT. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Dude, fucking RT players, man, it's so scary. Nice. That's actually big. Oh my god. No, no, no. No! Bot 2, you missed every shot. I missed a lot of my shots too, but damn it, man. That is so bad. We really should have won that round. Our Gus also kind of choked it by dying way too early. Let's I don't really know what to do differently. I think we just have to dodge these RT shots a little. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be good, a little bit autistic and just kind of go non-verbal here. Let me try to like lock in on this RT lane and try not to get hit by so many fucking shots like I did last time. Dude, our Gus, are you serious, bro? Like, that is so not cool. Like that, dude, this Gus is low-key selling. Like, I get it, you're playing against, you know, a bunch of sweats, but like, you're actually trolling, dude. Stop. It's a Gus v Byron lane. There's no way you should lose those, right? Don't you two-tap Byron? Am I bugging? Okay, let me get back to locking in. Oh, looks like our Brock is already dead. Yeah, guys, this game is over, unfortunately. You know, I tried. Teammates just kind of keep losing their lanes, and there's not a lot you can do when that happens. It is what it is. You know, you just have to accept that in your heart. Listen, you tried your best, and you have to go next. Really brutal game, but let's just jump into the next. I guess let's jump into one more. I don't really know how long I've been recording for, but hopefully we have better luck on this game with the Carl hypercharge on open business hot zone. Here, I'm thinking we probably ban like Juju or something. Just super annoying brawler. She's still insanely strong, by the way. The nerfs didn't do anything, and by nerf I mean making her super take one additional hit to get really just did not matter. And I think the other change was like, I guess her gadget, it's on a 19-second cooldown, but that also, like, who really cares about that, right? Honestly, guys, I think the gadget cooldown nerfs by, like, making things longer than 15 seconds, you just really don't feel it, I feel like, a lot of the time. Because a lot of the gadgets that were put on a longer cooldown are more, like, panic buttons, or, like, more, like, save your ass at the last minute buttons. With Juju, like, how often are you really going to need to use that gadget anyways? It's really just when someone dives on you. And if you have your super, right, that's basically the same thing. Another save your ass against an aggressive brawler panic button. So, yeah, Juju's still insane. Looks like the enemy team takes Lou here, which is scary, but I think it'll be fine. We have Penny on our team, very strong still. I think, actually, I'm curious if Penny with the trusty spyglass might actually cook with the infinite gadgets now, because before you kind of couldn't just spam those, you know, spyglasses out, but now you kind of can. I've heard good things about that. Maybe in another video we'll test it out. There's a lot of things to test out with this new gadget change. I feel like every single brawler, honestly, could deserve its own video. Like, I was playing around with Bull before, Infinite Stompers, right? That's basically a whole new brawler now. Playing around with like Rosa with her infinite bushes, you can just keep growing her bush, and I'm not talking about the one down there. It's a lot of things are just really, really different. Surge 2 infinite reload gadgets. Ollie now is really different. He can jump during his super with the jump gadget. It's kind of crazy. We have a Mortis on our team. You know what, guys? This is just gonna be. Listen, I swear to you, Carl hypercharge is better than what you might see in this game. Okay, Mortis into Amber and Lou. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Oh, and we get a dodge from the enemy team. What the fuck? Whatever. Oh, and we get Brawl Hockey. Oh no, it looks like there is a penalty for dodging games. Okay, so I guess the penalty only comes in Mythic and above. So I guess what Diamond and below you can just dodge as much as you want and it won't matter. That's kind of weird. Oh look, we're back on Bell's Rock. Well, let's run it back, I guess. Carl hypercharge. It's so good. Listen, if I can at least win on Bell's Rock, I think that'll be enough proof that you need to know that Carl hypercharge is cracked. Okay, please, let's just not. Let's try to lock in here. Okay, play a little bit better, teammates. I'm really relying on you to not lose your lane and then force me to just get my shit pushed in and then look bad. Make the Carl hypercharge look a lot worse than it is, because it really is just insane. Also, in terms of like ranking the 6 hyperchargers, because a lot of people might want to know about that too, I think in terms of strength, Carl and Mr. P are both like the best. Mandy is like a close second, along with, I think, B and Bo. Like they're all kind of, I would say like the two like top tier ones are Carl and Mr. P. Then the next set are like B, Mandy, and Bo. Kind of depends on what your personal preference is. I really think B's is really, really fucking strong. Bo's is also very annoying. Mandy's is kind of insane. I say Mandy's probably strongest of the 3 of those. And then maybe next, like, Bo and B. But you could probably switch those around. And then Hank, I would put in the last. Because honestly, like I said earlier in the video, like, you're just really not going to make the most of it most of the time. Like on a map like this, when are you really going to hit anyone with the homing fishiles? You're never going to do it. It's just not that good. Here, I'm thinking we actually go the flying hook maybe, and we're going to be able to showcase some of this because they have 2 snipers and a thrower. The thrower being Sprout, who is very susceptible to getting dove on. So I think this will be pretty good for us. And even though we aren't going to be using the insanely strong, overpowered, handsome, big penis, what am I saying? Oh, the fire gadget. I think it'll still work out for us. Hopefully, we'll see. Carl still does a lot of damage per pickaxe, so it's not really like you're going to lose your lane against any of these brawlers on the enemy team because we have enough walls to kind of work around. I just think I guess I am a little afraid that the Sprout is just going to camp behind, like, I guess that Gus, and then we won't ever be able to dive in, but hopefully our Gray can hit a nasty pull. They are a little bit out of position, though, like, oh, man, bruh, that is so whack. I guess we're doing some lane switches. I don't really know what's going on. I think Gray should probably, I guess, gadget on... Try to land a pull on the Sprout, though. That's, like, going to be his main job. Dude, here, if I was using the fire gadget, bro, that guy is dead. I'm telling you, man. The fire gadget is so good. And then that's, like, a 3v2 is always a free win, unless you're my teammates from last game, where you just kind of troll it. Hopefully, if I keep my eyes open here against this Nani, he should basically never hit me. But I am a little blind right now, so... Oh... Okay, that was not my cleanest set of plays. What the fuck, dude? How did we lose from that scenario? I whiffed my pickaxe, and then I also got hit by the Nani. I guess I should have dashed on the Nani instead and just taken the free kill, but I saw 2 people. I thought I could pinch them out. I don't know. My eyes were a little bigger than my stomach there, I think. Alright, Gray hopefully is able to hit a few pulls. I really feel like Gray kind of fell off with the pull. Like, Gray is the one brawler that I think he's kind of fell off, because I feel like with the way how long the cooldown is on the pull now, it's like, it feels like risky to go for it sometimes. And with Gray, like, you kind of need the confidence to hit those, you know? I don't know. I'm also not really sure how long the cooldown is, like... Alright, there we go. Finally, a decent Carl play. And hopefully my teammates can let me get that kill so I can properly accept the wonderful team wipe, the 3 kills that I rightfully deserve, because I did earn all 3 of those kills. And if we can just get one more super, we'll have a Carl hypercharge, and that should just be enough to straight up win. Oh, shit. Okay. Sprout shot did not kill me. That's what we needed. We're 1 hit away from our super. Looks like Piper hypercharges for some reason. Gray has his TP as well, so he should be able to get a pretty nice sneaky kill if he can Use it well. It's like Nani's... Damn, dude. Blew her head up the last minute. Nice gray shots. Oh, those are big. Those are really big. Oh, nice. And this should just be a free win. 3v2. It's always a free win, guys. Never forget. In knockout, a 3v2 is always free. If you throw a 3v2, you are actually trolling. You can't... Don't go in and die for nothing, okay? 3v2s, just accept the win, okay? Just comfortably take it, play passive. Enemy team it's on them basically to try to make a breakout play to equalize the player counts. I think we did pretty good there on the Nani lane. Like the Nani kind of struggled to hit me a lot of the time, and I feel like for some reason my range really didn't even feel that short compared to hers, even though she should outrange me by like 5 tiles. So yeah, this Nani low-key is ass. And, I mean, it's not a great map for her either. Like these walls do not do the Nani any favors. Nice, and we just get a bunch of really great kills. Let me take some good position here against the Sprout to venture out. And that should just be a dead Sprout. And that is a dead Nani. They are getting dismantled right now like a fucking squid on my cutting board as a 5-star Michelin star chef. Yeah, we're actually cooking, bro. That was not the greatest gadget. Sprout misses 1 shot. I'm pretty low here. Let me back out. Hopefully our Gray can cover for us a little bit. He is coming up on his pull. Does he die? Oh my god, he lives on 60. Oh my god, okay, that was silly. I got my super. I know I was dead there. I stared them in the eye as I died. Oh my god, wait, can my teammates... Okay, we get a couple of trades out, or trade outs. I don't know, I think Piper's using the knockback, or the curve gadget, so she can't knock back the gust, but she's able to charge her super and jump out. Alright, backwards aiming. Does the Piper play showdown? Let's find out. Oh, that's a tap. That's a tap. Okay. Okay, this might be a showdown menace. Come on, Tomi. So give me... Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Wait, Gus is so close to his ghost. You know what's weird? I always thought it took Gus, like, a lot of hits to get his ghost pop. But I was in the training cave testing out the change, and I saw that, this Piper... Oh, my god, no. No, Piper. No, Piper, you're one shot. No! Oh, my god, this Gus is bad. I always thought it took like 4 or 5 hits for the Gus to get his ghost pop, but I was in the training cave and it only took like 3, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Why did this Gus get his ghost so fast? I don't know, whatever. Guys, Carl Hypercharge, you already know what it is. It is busted. It is insane. It's the best one. Take my word for it. Trust me, buy this one. If you have to buy any of the 6 that released, they're all good though. That's gonna be for me. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.